watching sports with Ben Rosehart.
Jake Rudock or CJ Beathard? Who do you want to start for the Hawkeyes? Well, when you go to the water cooler later today, I guarantee that will be one of the topics. All right, it's time for our next installment of Rapid Fire with Rosehart. Time to put on the cowboy hat as I'm a straight shooter. But now he's making a move on the back nine. He had an eagle on 14. It is not easy to finish second in the state of Illinois, and that's exactly what the Almond Pioneers have done for the second time in 3 years. Is it better to have lovied and lost than to have never lovied at all?
Ben Rosehart would not eat green eggs and ham.
He would not eat them, Sam I am.
He would not eat them all alone. But I will eat them if you...
I think I'm going to learn how to slam dunk before the season's over.
With or without the trampoline?
Well, we'll see.
The one person who's not down here at the starting line who's going to be running today, that is Bettendorf's own Kathy Schmidt. I don't want to scare anybody, but the Cubs have won 6 in a row. Sterling's Joseph Bertrand played through a shoulder injury, but somebody might want to check on Brandon Paul's back after he carried Illinois past Minnesota. Every year around Father's Day for the past decade or so, 4 generations of golfers gather in Muscatine and hit the links. On Wednesday, we caught up with the Rhodes family, who understands that your game can get better with age because of the people you play with.
When we play together, it's always for fun, nothing serious.
It's a special Father's Day foursome. The ringleader, Dusty Rhodes, who technically lives on the outskirts of Davenport near Bluegrass. His second home, the Muscatine Municipal Golf Course.
It keeps me going. I'm 86-year-old, and I don't think I'd be moving now if I didn't play golf.
He says he's 86, and sometimes that could be his age and his score.
I love the game of golf, and what makes golf is the people you play with. You can have fun. I'd rather have a bad day and enjoy the people, and have a good day and have one bad guy.
Sometimes the best Father's Day present can be your time. Just ask Dusty's son, Gary.
Dad's amazing. His whole life is about golf. And the thing about it is, every time I play with him and step on this golf course, it's just such a joy, and it's a great time to spend time together.
Over the years, each father in the Rhodes family has passed his love of golf down to his son.
I've been playing golf with my grandfather since I was a teenager, about my son's age actually. It's such a rare thing to see and be a part of that, you know, I want to share this with my son and my other kids because it's something that's important to me, family, enjoying the game of golf, having a good time. It's always funny when we go out with my grandfather. So
my dad made me caddy for him once, and I was kind of still skeptical, but I played a little bit that time, and I actually grown to love the game.
Hopefully he carries it on, and maybe we can do this in the future, you know, when he has a kid, and that would be totally awesome. So
Yeah, but they didn't sponsor you either.
Gary also has a twin brother that lives in Florida, so Dusty is actually getting 2 rounds of golf in with his family this week.
They tell me whether I got on or not, or whether I'm short or long, or how close I am. I got a lot of eyes down here.
All the guys told me all 4 of them are still looking for that elusive first hole-in-one. Under Paul Rhodes, the Cyclones have been known to upset a ranked team or two. That's right, I'm looking at you, Oklahoma State. But not even Mel Gibson could help the Clones get the right kind of payback after Baylor rolled up 71 points on them last year. The Bears put up video game numbers against Iowa State in their last meeting, which was a 71-7 dismantling. To put that in perspective, this season, Iowa State has allowed a total of 83 points in its first 3 games combined. Baylor ranks 6th in USA Today poll, 7th in the AP, so this Saturday they have a chance to make amends.
That score still sticks in all of our heads. Definitely a motivational piece going into this week, and you kind of get embarrassed looking back at that game, and so that's not the team that we are, and that's not the way that we want to represent this university and this sports program. So definitely adds a little bit of excitement into this game.
When you're facing elite players like this, as well as an elite team, it should bring out the best in you, and you've got to play your best in order to have a chance to compete.
There are many famous men that go by the name of Tim. Tim Duncan, Tim Horton, Tiny Tim, even that weird guy from the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And now there's Tim Moroder from Augustana College, who set a school record with 4 interceptions against Loras.
It was kind of surreal. I didn't even realize, because you start out, I had the 1 interception. I didn't think, okay, I can get 3 more. But I started out, had the 1 interception. Once I got the second one, I was like, all right, 2 interceptions, that's awesome. And then boom, boom, 2 more came, and it was just like, wow. That was it's unreal. It was unbelievable.
To come out and stop the run, force them, make them more one-dimensional, and then play coverage. And we did. We got a pass rush finally, which was huge. And secondary did a great job. And obviously Timmy had a big day. And you get those kind of turnovers, you better take care of business.
The Vikings have a bye this weekend, but Moroder will be my guest Friday at 6 o'clock in the next Rapid Fire with Rosehart. Welcome to district play in Eastern Iowa. Davenport Central High School takes its turn this time with the Thursday night appetizer as those tricky Trojans made the trek over to Brady Street last night. The Blue Devils were dealing with Iowa City West, a perennial playoff team who always seems to be pretty dangerous. In the second quarter, Central's down 7-0, but here comes the Blue Devils' Jacob Houghton swooping in for the interception. He read that one all the way. Blue Devils would then unfortunately have to punt it. So a little bit late in the second, Trojans again with the football. They hand it off to their junior running back, Yeshua Hicks. Looks like he stepped out at the 2, but they give him the touchdown. Ref says he's in there. Yeshua tackled him, I guess, just to be sure. Central now down 14-0. The Blue Devils backed up later on their own 3-yard line. Brady Carty finds an open screen door. Sam Guyton runs right through it for a gain of 17 yards. 2 snaps later, Pacino Hill takes the handoff and heads around the left side. That's going to pick up 17 more yards on the ground. He finished with 200 rushing yards in this contest. Blue Devils trailed 21-0 at halftime, come all the way back to take the lead, but Iowa City West does prevail 28-24 in a really hard-fought game. On the volleyball court, it was green versus green in Kewanee as Alleman tries to hand Wethersfield its first loss. But the Flying Geese were flying high with 3 6-footers in the lineup that Sam Culver setting and Carissa Roman smashing. Geese would take control of that first match. Couple volleys later, Alleman with the move. Ellie Mitten, the bright idea for Isabel Watts. Lights out on that play. So the Pioneers are keeping it close. A little bit later, the Geese regroup into a winning formation. Culver sets the table for Kaylee Smith. She gets the kill, and that front row was just too tough for the Pioneers to overcome. Roman ends game 1 with a block. Geese go on to win 25-12, 25-19. Tanya Vincent's squad now undefeated and 13-0. And then things just get really crazy. With Lindauer batting in the 5th, a huge opossum literally decides to join the fun, waltzes out onto the field. Lindauer's like, I'm trying to figure out how to hit this 1-2 curveball. I don't know what to do with this. Kim wants no part of the rascal, no relation to the Bandits mascot, of course. Play was stopped until the grounds crew finally gets things under control with the help of a trash can. And the crisis is averted, standing ovation all around, and the Lumber Kings even gave our helper some high fives as he exits stage right. What a wacky night. Papa Rosehart and I have always loved chess, and we're going to tip things off tonight with a chess match between Bettendorf and Muscatine. Second-ranked Bulldogs hosting the Muskies. Pick up in the first quarter, Cole Clearman forces the turnover, and then it's Dylan Sortillo and Passant. That's in passing, and French glides in for the layup. It's 12-6 Bettendorf as the Bulldogs
does Passant get you?
Capture a 6-point lead. A few minutes later, Chris Clay Bundy feeds Sortillo behind the arc. Sortillo personally oversees an 8-0 run. Bettendorf up 17-6. Time winding down now in the first. Tanner Lloyd with the skewer inside to Luke Reilenbuehler. Gets the hoop right there, but Bettendorf finds a way to call checkmate as Kendall Jacks decides to just use the baseline instead of castling. Both teams shot over 60% in the first half. Bulldogs remain undefeated. Final score 78-35. Now UT Panthers are trying to make Quincy feel sorry before sliding back home. UT gets rolling early. Evan Spurgettis hits the tray from the corner. More from the Panthers in just a couple seconds. Keegan Wenskunas, sorry if I said his name wrong, buries a triple of his own. Panthers within 1.